as far as your pledge is concerned, I support it totally. I think social licence is monstrously important, and I think we should be open with what we do. And we as an industry, and we as a particularly as a company, we've decided that we want to do that, and we have put at the expense of $100,000 cameras on our vessels, out the back on the fish and everything else. And we want it to be part of our fishery, and we want everyone in the fishery to have it. We want to have it. But here we go again, bureaucratic issues and stuff, and we've had it now for 12 months and they still haven't implemented, or they're not sure they're going to do it, or we need more support with that. And we're not getting it. So industry, not just industry, have to get on board with this pledge. My suggestion is that fisheries also need to get on board and support industry to allow them to put more effort into more openness. They're not helping.
So, I mean, with putting a camera on a boat, like, how does that? I mean, what are your reasons behind doing that?
If somebody says, "Oh, you catch lots and lots of dolphins all the time when you're trawling," so there's all our cameras, there's all the film. Go and have a look, and just see how many. Once you've had a look at that, then we come back and talk to us. Don't work on some assumption. We have had interactions all our life with things. You do as trawlermen, you know. We had interactions with a ton of sponge every 2 or 3 hours. We'd ever get a ton of sponge and all that. So we did something about it. We lifted the nets off the ocean floor. We had lots of stingrays and lots of sharks. Did something about that and invented an exclusion device to get rid of it and reduced it all by about 98%. So we did something about that. And now we've got a problem with that's been brought to our attention. Saw sharks. They say you need to be looking after saw sharks more. Well, they're a damn nuisance because they got these big things with spikes on it. They get caught in nets real easy. So we do catch them in the nets. No doubt about that. So we said, okay, well, we're going to put this on camera and we're going to go out there and we're going to do something about it. So how can we make this better? And this prompts you to make things better. So we got a lasso arrangement where they come up. Some of these things are 10, 12 foot long, whatever. You put a loop around the I think it's ostrum, what's the ostrum, the thing at the front, the saw in here, and tie that off sideways so that they can't kill somebody, which is what they can do. Then we cut the net down, push that out through, and then we undo the net and release the net back over the top and bring the fish out like that. Then we bring the fish back and drop it in water. We got that on camera, successful, go back and watch them away one after the other. This is what this is about, and this having a pledge and being committed to it and making it right, say, oh gee, we've got a problem, we're going to make better, and it encourages those things to happen, and this is where we're going to go forward. And we need fisheries to come on board with us. That's my thoughts on it. And they haven't made it compulsory for us. They should have made it compulsory 12 months ago. Only once one operator say he doesn't want to do it, and then they don't do it because it's too much trouble. It's wrong. They need to stand in and get involved.
So I know, Bill, you've made a heap of improvements over your time because you've been in the fishery for what, 50 years or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Between 50 and 60. 56. A long time, 56.
Yeah. So
57 though.
Okay, 57. So I mean, you made what are some of the more significant improvements you've made, and what sort of impacts have they had in terms of technologies or innovations in either ways of fishing or the gear that you're using?
Well, lots of things, and obviously I mentioned we lifted the nets off the ocean floor. That was a big breakthrough, and they've reduced the sponges by about 98%. That wasn't good just for the environment, it was good for the back pocket too, because the fish didn't get damaged. We weren't paying extra fuel to be towing all these sponges around. With this crew didn't get sponges in their eyes and all the rest of it, so lots of spin-offs from that. The exclusion device, obviously we didn't have these stingrays, so I kept pulling big barbs out of my crew's legs and things. All that went away as well. So we got lots of advantages. Environmental, very, very good, but also there was spin-off. Every time that I've gone anywhere near looking at an environmental issue to address it environmentally, it's always been a financial benefit. It's been amazing. It wasn't never set out to be like that, but always worked out that way. And that's my message to people when they look at things that are environmentally friendly, somehow or another, I don't know why, but they always seem to be economically beneficial. The fish are of better quality, they're not getting banged around to lose their scales, all of those things, no bruising. There's so many benefits come out of it. We're in where it's a pretty good marketplace today, I think, as you know. And and you're not going to get in there, and you're not going to stay in there unless you put a lot of effort in on quality. And that's been a big thing that we did as well. We took the quality of the fish pretty high. We learned out exactly how to handle these fish. Made a big effort to do it. Because we were fishing 500 and 600 miles from Darwin. Already when you get back into Darwin, you're still a long way from the markets for a starter, and you got to fish them 500 and 600 miles away, and you got to catch the damn fish. So you got to, and we're going to try to sell fresh fish. Good luck with that. So you've got to get this really right, or you're not going to survive, or you're going to just be frozen fish and export and so forth.
Yeah.
Which we started out, but gradually as I evolved and got better and better and had different ideas, and I had an idea about making fish last longer by pasteurising them. It might sound weird to you, like they do with milk.
Yeah.
But I learned that. My teacher taught us at school about pasteurising milk.
Right.
And I remembered it. Even though I left school day before I was 14, I remembered what I was taught. And what they did when they pasteurised milk is heat the milk up, and then they drop the temperature down really quick.
Yeah.
And that huge drop in temperature kills the bacteria. And then if you stabilise that at a certain temperature, then you get the long shelf life out of the milk. And I go, oh yeah. So these fish are coming out of 30, 31 degree water. It's already pretty hot. So we can put them into super cold water, -2 or 3 or something like that, and put them straight in there and leave them there and get the core temperature down to about 1 degree, and then take them out and set it down to about -0.5 or 1 degree in the freezers, hold them at that. I wonder how long a shelf life we can get out of fresh fish instead of average 10 days on ice fish or whatever. 31 days.
Right.
So suddenly the industry evolved. That's how we were able to be successful.
And you're not going to start putting them in cartons or bottles, are you, as well, as with the milk? Pasteurising, that's not the next step, is it?
No idea what I'm like, what I'm capable of when I look back over the 50 odd years of crazy things I've done.
Yeah.
But it's been a wonderful ride. I've enjoyed it. Never stopped learning, never stopped trying, never stopped thinking, never stopped enjoying it. It's been a really cool life.
It's not a bad office.
Oh, the world.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Mm. And how do you feel about just the future of the industry as well? I know it's facing some challenges, but there's probably some opportunities there too.
There's not a fishery in the world that doesn't face challenges.
Yeah.
But they've got to be met with common sense and decency and stop and think about what they're doing. That's the challenge today. And if they do that, then they'll be fine. They need to stop, have a really good look, take stock of what's there first, work out what you've got, put a management plan around what you've got, you can move forward. Don't start putting management plans in place around things you don't know, because you can destroy a fishery that doesn't need destroying. You can halve a fishery that doesn't need halving. You can do things to a fish, to put fishermen out of business for no reason, just because someone's got a theory. That all needs to stop. They need to stop and have a really good stock assessment of what's there, and whatever, put a good management plan around that, then move forward. And then if that attitude is taken, the fisheries are fine in this country. They're generally very good today, but they need to stay that way. But they don't need to be. There's been a lot of damage to industries that should not have been. Yeah. And there's no real reason for it. So that's not fair. We're all Australians here, so. And I don't underestimate the love of the environment from industry. You know, I've said sometime before, nobody's more loves the environment more than me, and will go out of my road to protect the environment. It's pretty hard. People say, you know, he's one of the largest fish producers in this country. Like, for him to say that, it's a bit weird. But I want people to understand that it is true. Yes, we produce fish. Yes, people like eating fish and chips. Yes, we need to want to fish in a fishery that's going to keep going forever. We only want to take what we can take sustainably to make it right. That's where we want fisheries to come and help us manage these things and get it right. All this is really good, as long as it's done properly. None of it's too hard. And yes, we do love the environment, more than anybody thinks we do. We are not bad people. No. And that's a message that people need to stop and look and think about too.